We have a full moon excursion extravaganza in Cancer. It's opposite. It's conjunct the North Node, but it's opposite like everything else in Capricorn: the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Pluto. And today, Friday anyway, Uranus will be direct. Glasses. And my name's Ajaaya. Thank you for joining us here. This is fairy culture. We talk about life. And I guess in a more sensitive way than maybe some other people. Capricorn, opposite Cancer, is kind of tough. They're both really earthy signs though. So if you can navigate through the critical waters, the non-waters of Capricorn, will that make you feel like you're not good enough and you don't belong? To share yourself with the collective, which is the full moon and North Node. North Node is actually your path being lit this lifetime. That your narrow path being lit by the cosmos. That you're like, oh man, do I have to get out of my comfort zone? Yeah. And Cancer energy will make you feel like you're not good enough, especially for those of us who have not been nurtured and been shown affection. That's why we're healing. What else? Why else would you need to heal? If you already felt love to capacity, and you already felt acceptance, and you already felt worthy, and you already felt and you already know how to make yourself feel that way, you wouldn't be trying to train yourself to learn how to mother yourself or father yourself. And so Capricorn is about having a healthy set of boundaries, learning how to follow your star without getting off track, without letting the snakes and the snares and the ego and the trappings of life take you out. Because there's lots of women in the red dress on our journey. And Cancer is about the love of the mother, the divine mother, that keeps us on our path. And she's trying to express to you that she loves you and she's here for you. And you don't have to be perfect. And everything doesn't have to be complete in order for you to celebrate yourself. I want to cry. In order for you to enjoy this moment, in order for her to be proud of you and for you to be illuminated by her light and to be soothed by her touch and to be held in her embrace. And so I'm going to pull some cards and we're going to take a look at the messages here. That the full moon in Cancer have for us. Perfectionism, right? Perfectionism just grabs a hold and it'll suck the life out of you. And it takes you being egoless and to surrender to a certain aspect of love, to allow yourself to experience life and love and happiness, affection, travel, art, music, culture, really. Culture is made by feminine, the mother, the goddess, right? And for some reason, us in Western civilization, I don't know about other people in other parts of the world, Western civilization is kind of like takes over, it's taking over in the worst ways. You feel like you have to earn feminine energy. You have to earn traveling and exploration in it, or love, or affection, or happiness. You can't just have it. Let me move on. Let me stop shuffling. I shuffled until I feel I'm inside the energy, and I know that I can trust that, like, what comes out is for what I'm asking to come out, and not just, you know, any old thing. Sorry, guys. Just want to do a Celtic spread. All this stuff I have going on. Okay. The Eight of Swords, the current situation, you feel like you're stuck, but you're not. It's a mental thing. It's things you're telling yourself, and it's because of kind of like like grief and sadness. You feel like you can't shake it. You feel like you have to kind of you're trying to solve everything in your mind, in your head, and in your subconscious mind. You're feeling defensive. You feel like it's almost like you believe too much. You've been in your head so much. You have started to believe your own story about how sad and depressing and like how undeserving, or whatever negative thoughts. It's like you're guarding your story, and no one is allowed to come in and pull you out and cheer you up or make you happy. You won't accept it. You're not having it. And it's not you. It's the ego that's like deathly afraid of coming out for some reason or another. Well, let's see if we can find out why. The Six of Pentacles, consciously. So this is your conscious mind. Okay, so there have been situations, relationships to where you have and are receiving the short end of the stick, and you know what you got to do, which is probably why you're experiencing grief. And this is the part of the story where you are believing that this is something that can't change, or your back is up against the wall and you're being asked to change. You're being asked to turn things upright. And maybe it's sad. Do you feel the energy when it's turned upright? Let me do that again. This is reversed. The Six of Pentacles reversed, which is about sharing, give and take. And it's turned upright. It feels so much better. What would it take for you to feel better? For real? Like, what actions would you have to take? Not just in your head. There's no perfecting how this is going to turn out. Like, there's no perfecting, like, the result that you want. You want everything to come out clean, right? I can tell just by looking at some of the, you would rather suffer than to cause a ruckus, but it's not really serving you well. And here's another 7. Okay, so you're facing like a new energy that's coming towards you, and you have opportunities. These are opportunities to grow spiritually and also financially, because I've seen pentacles, 2 pentacles so far. And this is like the recent past. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for the answer to how can I get out of this stuck energy? Like, how can I like move into my purpose and stand into my power? Because the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles is kind of like you're waiting for power. You're waiting for the right moment to be able to get the results that you want. You are holding back, holding off, and kind of delaying gratification in some areas because you want something better. And what's coming up? Death. Now, this reading seems dark, but I feel like the full moon in Cancer is kind of dark. Although Cancer energy is the best energy in the world. It's the mother. It's the divine feminine. Feminine energy is dark. It pulls you in like a beautiful rose, and then it begins to transform and change everything in your life for the better. But it's kind of like ayahuasca, right? She is attractive. It's an attractive experience. The end result is attractive. But when you're in the thick of it, you're like, bitch, I want to break up. I can't get away from you. You're on my neck. You won't leave me alone. I know you love me, but I don't need that much love. It's not that serious. But then the transformation, the end result that you've been waiting for, this power, there's no other way. That's telling me that there's a portal here. There's no way. There is no other way out but through. And it's uncomfortable. 7s are uncomfortable. The 6 of Pentacles reverse is uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. The 8 of Swords, that's kind of like, imprisonment. But you're doing it to yourself. And then like that Three of Swords with the grief. I feel it. I feel the pressure. And okay, so the Two of Pentacles, of course, when you're experiencing like all of this like uncomfortableness, how could you possibly feel balanced? This is the Two of Pentacles reverse. It's saying that you're not doing a good job at balancing everything. Life, career, spirituality, money, health. Duh. Like, duh. Of course I'm not. I'm about to go crazy. And then another two, the Two of Swords reverse. So basically you're trying to work everything out in your head to the point to where it's painful. The King of Pentacles reverse. That's a card about being a perfectionist, basically, you know, because you're afraid. You're like holding on to your material life for dear life. You're like, that Six of Pentacles reverse is telling me that although the situations, whatever they may be, love, work, may be unfair and imbalanced for you, that's where you have been surviving. You're just trying to survive. And the universe is calling you out. Like she's kind of like, excuse me, hello, you called for me. How can I help you? Well, this way, you know, this is the way for you to make money. This is the way for you to live. And I have all this here for you. Do you trust me? And you're like, hell no. I don't blame you. Okay, the final card is the Magician reverse. Basically, you don't feel prepared to move on yet to the next stage. That's okay. That's why we have these full moon and new moon cycles every 2 weeks. So you want to create a manifestation circle and do this often. Join us and write in the middle of the circle what you want to manifest and put on the outside of the circle what you do not want to manifest. Now, I have these free downloads on my website, y'all, but you can just go ahead and draw your own little circle on it in your journal on a sheet of paper and then burn it. During the full moon, during the new moon, during wax and gibbous, the last quarter, the first quarter, doesn't matter. It works. I have every time I tell, not every time, but often when I tell clients to make these circles, they text me or they call me or email me and be like, "Guh, that worked immediately. Tell me more." I'm like, I can't. It's just something that came to me one day when I wanted to manifest something. I always want to manifest a lot of things. I love life, stuff, traveling, spending money. Me, love it. So I'm like always like, right. I be drawing pictures in my circle, y'all. Like this blue velvet couch that I have. I drew a picture of it in my manifestation circle. You know, you can get really detailed. You can have fun with it. And it looks like you need a little fun. Join us for our full moon and new moon rituals. I mean, tomorrow, Friday, 8 p.m., January 10th. Look on my website, afairygoodlife.com, and see how you can sign up and participate. That will help keep you on track because it just looks like you're at a place of challenge. And you're not going to give up. You're determined, but it's just a challenging position. It's a challenging position. I feel it. I'm in a challenging position as well. All right. Unicorns, help us round this sucker out. Help us round this reading right on out. Expansion. I love this card. It's so beautiful. And intuition. Intuition. Expansion says, spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. Okay, I'm going to read the expansion card. Expansion. Okay. You are brilliant, first of all. Talented, and it is now time to soar into your success. Can't you tell by the reading I just did? Your soul is calling you to share your message, shine your light, and make a difference. Having the courage to do the things you are scared of. Stretch out of your comfort zone and into your potential. Stretch. You're being stretched. You're being stretched. Although you may feel some discomfort at first or for a few months, I'm speaking for a friend, you will soon feel like this Pegasus, flying out of the clouds and into brighter skies. Do not allow anyone or anything to clip your wings, keep you grounded, or make you feel less than you really are. Others may feel uncomfortable as you expand. And I feel like that's like the biggest fear. You know? Are people going to pull the rug from up under me? In our relation, in my friendships, in their support. They are just anxious you will leave them behind. Instead of shrinking yourself to appease their fears, stay true to your path. And continue soaring higher and shining brighter. By doing this, you will show them how to do the same. It is up to them to have the courage to follow. You came here for greatness. Yeah, it's true. Or she wouldn't be having such great challenges, you know. I don't know how else to say that. You came here for greatness, and it is now time to show the world your magic. Like the magician that came out for you. Let's turn him up right. Meaning you have the tools within you. You can use your intuition. Just trust it. Put one foot in front of the other. And don't worry about people's responses. Easier said than done. But I say that because I know from experience, I am kind of 10 years deep into this stuff, right? Which isn't a long time. But I have been through that stage to where I'm afraid because everybody is going to hate me or everybody thinks I'm crazy and stuff like that. They get over it. When you're a part of someone's soul tribe, it's rare that your relationship is actually over and you're never going to talk again. That's rare. What usually happens is that your relationship takes another form. And you just become more of yourself instead of the self that you used to be, that people are used to. I mean, it's called growing up. And when you're setting your boundaries or expecting more out of yourself, honestly, you expect everything in your life to be elevated. And just some people just may not be ready to elevate with you. And you can't force them to expand with you. And it'll cause you to be mad, sad, and feel like maybe you're not doing the right thing. But you are. Keep going. Everything's going to be okay. Like I said before, you're free to join us for our full moon and new moon rituals. Peace to you. Bye, Faye.